have done official servers. Let me say that first and foremost. And if you want to play hard and it takes forever for tames, it takes forever to grow things, that's the way to go. I've done it. I've beat the bosses on those. I had fun doing it. I had other people. But this is just me, and I am just doing it by myself. So I really enjoy playing with mods. And as you'll see here on this side, these are the active mods that I have. This is for my personal server. Naturalism 2. That allows me to be naked if I wish to be on there. Because what kind of sense does it make that if you're in a fight or if you get killed, that you come back and you're still in your bra and panties if you're a girl? That makes no sense. You should literally, if your clothes get broken, your underwear gets broken, all that, you should be naked. If you die and you come back, you should be naked. Okay, so that's why I have that. Natural babies. Now this is one of my favorite mods. Natural babies allows all of the current animals in the game to have babies flying around with them, running around with them. You could see a pteranodon in the sky and it might have a baby following along behind it. These babies are tameable. Typically they will run away, but I love this mod because, say for example, if you want Spino and you keep dying trying to get the parent Spino, but you see a baby Spino, it won't attack you. So you just have to knock it out and you have to tame it that way. I mean, you can do that. But you'll see all kinds of baby animals just randomly running around. And I love that. All right, that goes for Gigas, Rexes, everything. I mean, all the animals will have babies at some point. All right, Eco Stable Structures and Decor. This is one of my all-time favorites for my barn building because it is literally based upon how a stable should look. Marnie Mods Horses. Now, this is one that I do not like to play without. This has 3 or 4, maybe even more versions of actual horses, not just your generic zebra-looking horses. These are horses. Some are big, some are small. There's ponies. There's different breeds. They're gorgeous. These horses are. Castles, Keeps, and Forts. It's just one of my favorite builds. It has different stone, wood, and all that, but it is just created in a way that it would have been back in medieval days. And it is beautiful. I love the way it looks. Marnie Mods Wildlife. Now, let me tell you, this wildlife. See, I like to start a farm. I like to grow crops. I like to have animals. This one allows me to have your typical farm animals. It has cows, bulls, chickens, roosters, things like that. It has bunnies. It has mice that run around. And you can tame all of these things. And you can bring them back. And I like to make a cow pasture. Once I get my farm up and going, I like to make a cow pasture and have my cows just out in the wild. Out in the pasture, just running around free. I love it. Another favorite. Eco trees. Eco trees, that's where if you want to say, you find a beautiful spot and you want to make it even more beautiful. You know, a lot of times you accidentally knock your trees down and then they won't grow back because you have structures too close or something. So then you're just sitting there and you're like, I loved that tree, but it's gone now. Eco trees. You build it, you place it. It looks just like a regular tree. They have all different types. They got swamp trees, red forest trees. They got all kinds. I mean, just palm trees, everything. And you can place them where you want them. So it helps to make your area look a lot better. Garden decor. I like this one because it has some planters, things like that I can decorate, my landscaping with. Additional lighting. Now, this was one that I had never heard of, and I play on the Arc Stuff servers. That's on Vee'sGaming servers, and he had additional lighting as one of his mods. It is amazing. I love it. You can have all kinds of lights and lamps, things like that, and they don't require fuel, and they can stay on. You can turn them off. You can change the color. I mean, it's just beautiful. I really like that a lot. RP Visual Storage. This is where you can get, like, you can build bags or boxes, and it'll have on the front what those bags and boxes are for. Like, one of the bags would have crystal, a picture of crystal on the front. And you say select all and send it all over, and it only sends crystal to that bag. It has let's see, one for crystal, one for pearls, cement and paste, narcotics. Then there's boxes that have, you could put fiber in one, hide, pelt, things like that in one, chitin, keratin in another. And it's just great. I love that. I love this visual storage. All right. I think this visual storage is also the one that has the shelf, maybe, for the ironing goods. I'm not positive, but I think it is. All right, home deco and more. This one I love because it has like nice, fancy looking beds and furniture. And I like that. I like to decorate inside my houses. This one I found completely by accident, and it is amazing. Marnie Mods. You should definitely look up Marnie Mods. This creator makes amazing, amazing mods. This hairstyle mod, it is literally, it's not a wig. You don't place it on to a hat or anything like that. You literally, it provides you with a table and a pair of scissors, and you choose the hairstyle. And it has Viking hairstyles. It is awesome. And your hair is flowy and it moves just like regular generic hair does, your original hair. It's amazing. And when you die, you still have it because it's your hair. All right, RP decor. Again, furniture. I love decorating with that. Stackable foundations. That is a must for me. I like to build, but I don't like grass and stuff like that showing through the floors. So I can stack these foundations up to get past the grass and then build that way. That is a must for me. Again, HD decor. Yeah, more furniture kind of stuff. Automated arc. Now, I'm not a big fan of automated. However, there is one portion of this that I really like, and it's the part that allows you to put like a little silo. It's a small little silo, and it's for fertilizer. You set it near your beetles, and there's a box too that you set there for beetles. And what it will do is it will draw in all of the poop that any animals in the nearby range have dropped. It will draw it in, give it to the beetles. Beetles change it to fertilizer. It automatically takes it out of the beetles and puts it in the silo or in the box. And I like that because it's one thing I hate is having to go around and collect doo-doo all the time. So, all right, classic flyers. Classic flyers is merely back when ARC first came out, the flyers could be upgraded on speed, and they changed all of that. This mod puts it back to where they can be upgraded on speed again. And I like that too. Once I get my health, stamina, and melee where I want them, then I start adding to the speed of them. Get somewhere faster. Balanced narcotics. This is not a necessity, but it's one that is part of the Arc Stuff Neebs servers, and I've come to really like it a lot. It takes a bit to make the narcotics, but it's worth it when you do. Instead of one narcotic, you get a narcotic that's worth like 30 cc's or something like that, and you shoot them with those trank darts, and instead of it taking 125 darts to knock out something, you're going to knock it out in 10, 15 darts, if that many. Smaller animals, of course, it would be like 2 or 3 darts. I like that. Makes my life easier. Anytime it's easier, makes it better for me. Now, those are all of the mods that I like to play with on any of my art server things. So, even on my personal world. I do like the island, but I don't want to play the island right now. I do not care for Genesis. I'm sorry, but I don't. Scorched Earth, I will go over there and visit, make a base, but I won't stay there. Aberration terrifies me, but it's pretty. I like it, but I don't like getting stuck there. I will be visiting Aberration and building a small base so I can get some glowing animals. I do like that. Maybe some little shine horns and such. The center, it's a beautiful map, but I don't care for it. I've played it, don't really care that much for it. Valguero, I do like Valguero. Not as much as I like Ragnarok, but I do like Valguero quite a bit. Crystal Isles is a beautiful map. I do love that. I love the wyverns there. So I will be visiting them. Let me delete this. Yes. I will be making small bases in some of these areas. I will not be making a base here. No. I will here, and possibly there. I'm not sure about the stat. I will not be going to the center. I will go to Valguero and the Crystal Isle, so I do like that. All right, now, as for my setup, I do boost it. I don't boost it a great giant ton, but I do boost it. All right, I leave the dino damage, player damage, it's what they were default. Structure damage, though, if I put spike fence out, I want it to eventually damage and kill that animal that's attacking it. So I boosted it a little bit. The resistances, I think I left those default. Taming speed. Nothing I hate worse than to have to sit around and wait for freaking hours and hours and hours just to tame an animal. I do want some taming time, but not ridiculous amounts of it. Cooldown repair on structures. If something's damaged and I kill whatever is damaging it, I think it's stupid that you cannot go in there and immediately start repairing it if you have what you need for it. So I'm disabling that with 0. All right. Turret damage. I don't ever do anything with turrets. I mean, occasionally if I'm at Scorched Earth, I may, but I just left that default. Dino harvesting damage. Now, this is where if I swipe something, say I have a Triceratop and I go and I swipe a bush, I do not want to swipe that bush 50 times to get what I want out of it. If I'm taking an animal and I'm swiping trees, I do not want to take 25 times to swipe a tree. So I boost this up. That way it'll take just a couple of hits. It's done. Boom. Harvest amount. I don't want to overload it. So I boosted it just a smidge. I'm pretty cool with harvest amount. It's not that bad, you know. Water drain. I pushed it down a little. I don't like getting thirsty 100 times within 2 seconds. Food drain, same way. Just pushed it down just a little. I do like eating food, though, on here. I like the mechanics of it with the water drain, too. But I don't want to do it all the time, you know, like every 5 seconds. That's all. Okay. I think I left that the same. I might have boosted the food drain a little bit on animals, but it really didn't matter. Character stamina. I don't like running out of stamina, but I also don't want to be at the point where I don't ever get tired. And the maximum on this would be 3, which would make it where you never lose stamina. So I'm just going to put it down to about round 1, I guess. We'll just put it on 1. Like that. All right. Character dino. Their dino's stamina. Let's see, it can go to 3. We'll put it on 1-ish. There we go. All right. Health recovery. I do like having to eat stuff and taking care of myself for health recovery. I don't want it to take forever to do it. It can go up to 3. I put it at 1.5, which works for me. All right, same way with my animals. I don't want it to take forever. All right, player harvesting damage. This means higher numbers mean faster resource collection. Means less hits. I'm all for that. I don't like taking forever to hit stuff. All right, dino count. I put that up as high as I could. Higher values increase the total number of dinosaurs spawned, so I like having lots of dinosaurs, especially with the babies. I never have anybody on here with me on my personal world, so I just put that as far as I could, not that it really mattered. All right, and then see, I will be wanting to go to other servers. All right, and I want it on maximum difficulty because I like having higher stuff like that. Now, I do have creative mode showing here, but that is if, for example, if you ever play Ark, you know sometimes you get stuck behind a rock or you get stuck behind some portion of a rock that can't be, taken out. You can't hack it to get it away, and you're just stuck there. So I put this creative mode that way I could fly up to get out of an area that I'm stuck in. And again, the flyer speed leveling I do have on here. Okay, so that's the setup. And I'm going to start on Ragnarok. And I will be right there on my next episode when we begin. Thank you for watching and follow if you like. Ta-ta for now.